This is a true story of 13 strangers. Who all watch reality TV. Pick to find out why they really watch.
You watch for 2 weeks and you feel like you know them.
They're over-dramatic.
I think they come up with a pretty high caliber of men.
Something different than your normal sitcoms.
It's my escape from reality.
Obnoxious.
They're your best friends.
What they watch.
I've always been really impressed with The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
The Bachelor.
The Real World.
MTV Real World, baby. The Real World on MTV.
Joe Millionaire.
Joe Millionaire.
Survivor.
And to share what they really think about reality TV.
We don't really want you here. They don't want you here.
When they stop being polite.
Don't want to be on your camera.
And start.
Okay, that's fine. I'll move.
Getting real.
She has no other friends.
There is not much difference between going through it with the cameras on you and watching it on TV.
Hi, I'm Ivan Katz, producer of Real Reality. I got the idea for this documentary when I saw that an audition was being held locally for a popular reality TV show. I decided to speak to the real people who are trying out for the show to find out why they would want to be on a reality TV show. I also wanted to find out the real reasons why real people watch these shows and what they really think about them. I also got the opportunity to join a reality TV show star as he watched his television debut with his friends and family. So join me as we explore real people and their real views on Real Reality.
Real people, real action.
Unpredictability.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen.
They can live next door to us.
I think it's extremely exciting, extremely dramatic. It's just fun.
It's on all the time. It's ridiculous.
Because it's my escape from reality.
No, I don't like to watch them. I want to know what happened to the good old sitcom. It's too hard to make a sitcom. They had to go to reality TV. It's a lot easier.
I think initially it was something different than your normal sitcoms.
I find that when I watch it, you just feel tense and emotional when you watch it. When you watch regular comedies or sitcoms, it's relaxing. It's like what real TV used to be.
I love working out and watching it, and I follow all the shows.
People love to watch other people. They have to see what problems they have, because we all have our own problems, so they want to make sure that other people have the same problems, if not worse.
No, you buy into their stories, you buy into what they've gone through in their lives, and you're kind of rooting for them. You want them to find love.
Love in 6 weeks with 25 other girls, joining a STD-free harem, that's not serious. That's not reality.
I'd say pure entertainment.
There's just way too much of it, I think.
They make out with each other and stuff. If someone's cheating on someone else, you're like, oh my God, you get into their lives.
I can't believe they pass it off as romantic.
I don't know that it's unfair to these people. They do sign up to do it, but the portrayal of them is ridiculous.
I think because you can see yourself in a lot of different situations, you can actually put yourself in those shoes, and then it's interesting.
A lot of it sort of stems from CNN. These CNN junkies that just love to sit there and watch CNN. It's the same type of audience that's going to sit there and watch a reality show because CNN is, in a way, it's reality TV.
You watch for 2 weeks and you feel like you know them. They're your best friends.
She has no other friends.
I think it's kind of similar to sports. It's drama, it's the unknown as opposed to a scripted TV show.
I watch it for fun. Actually, a bunch of us girls all get together once a week. We all do dinner at somebody's house and all watch it together, and it's just a good time. A little bit of girl bonding.
It's obnoxious, I think.
We talk about the girls and what they look like and what their hair was like and their nasty attitudes, and then the girls that we like.
My friends and I all get together and watch the shows, and we just love talking about everyone. For instance, on Joe Millionaire, we were saying how it's the B list of women, whereas The Bachelor is the A list.
Like, oh my God, did you see her? She's such a bitch. She's so annoying.
And then it's so annoying watching it with my guy friends, because I think the only reason why they watch the shows is to check out how hot the women are, and they just comment the whole time on the women.
Probably pretty much the same thing you guys are talking about. We're talking about the girls, picking our favorites. saying who we think has actual feelings and who's just kind of doing it for TV, which ones are a little bit crazy.
And invariably, we always fall in love with like the sweetheart girl, the girl who's sweet and nice, and you hate the one who's like really hot and just nasty.
We're pretty catty, actually. We talk about what people are wearing and why they're saying what they're saying, and that they're all being fake and that none of it's true.
And then we talk about the guys and which one's cute and which one's not so cute.
We just sit back and have a good time, have good girl bonding time.
It's interesting too because some people will really, really like a certain person and other people will hate them, and it's fun to kind of trash them and talk about them. It makes for interesting work gossip.
We're always emailing back and forth, basically the same stuff. I mean, just talking about the guys and whether they're a bunch of idiots or whether they're worthwhile, and also with the girls as well. Usually most of them are a bunch of idiots, and we always can't believe where they find these people.
Looking for your match on live television in front of millions of people, and the odds of that actually meeting that one person on that show, I mean, that's a pretty good lottery pick.
These people take themselves way too seriously, I would say, and they're over-dramatic, and I think the effect of being on camera really kind of brings that out. And of course, it's all with the editing and everything. You don't get an honest portrayal of these things.
They say they're from California, but I think originally they're all from somewhere in the Midwest. They've got to be that stupid.
I think that that there is a lot of emotion that's true behind there, but that the producers and such can kind of change it around and make it look any way that they want to.
Well, it's real people on this show, so that's reality.
And obviously they put them in situations that are not necessarily realistic, so that by itself makes it not reality.
Oh no, they have to live in Las Vegas and drink all the time. Oh, what a rough life that is.
It's not the real world, because unless there's some place that I don't know about where you can actually get 20 bachelorettes to live in a house and, you can get them, that's not real.
There's times when we'll look at each other during the night when we're watching it and we're like, oh, that was so planned.
When you don't have to worry about all these other things, you're able to get really dramatic about things that aren't important at all. I mean, if these people were living in like a crappy apartment and had to worry about money and everything, I don't think they'd be upset about who's sleeping with who and who likes who, that sort of thing.
They sort of create the show that they want to create.
I wonder if it's similar to the game shows, the big scandal in the 60s when everything was fixed. Some of it I think is somewhat fixed. I think things tend to be scripted.
I believe more or less they're unscripted, but always there's, even though they say otherwise, you always feel that they know that the camera is there.
So there must be some sort of bias. This isn't really how they would actually act in a situation as if there was no camera on them.
The degree of reality is that they're not actors, as far as we know. So that's real, that they're actually real people. Now, and they're probably, showing their actual emotions, but they're put in a situation which isn't necessarily real.
I think that they carefully pick what they choose to show the public.
They always have the bitch.
Right, and they'll show every mean thing that she's ever said on the show. And you know that there's got to be another side of her, that, not everyone's nasty all the time.
But they do always have the drama queens on The Bachelor. They have the crybabies. I think they are looking for people that do have cause drama and get a little psycho on the show.
Right. A lot of times you see people and they come afterwards on other shows and they say, hey, I'm not like that at all. They just picked and choose different parts of it.
Sometimes I even wonder if they lead them in the direction as to which person to pick in the end.
I like them.
Obsessed.
I watch quite a bit of them right now.
At least 2 VCRs taping several different shows. Wouldn't you agree?
Sometimes 2 plus any family member who's willing.
We're even thinking about getting TiVo so that we can not miss any of the shows.
I think it's great that we all have VCRs or TiVos to tape the reality shows, because then none of us would have a life. I always have to tape all the shows if